Hey, Aloha Monday. Hey, warriors. Well, I hope you all are doing really good and managing these troubled times. And yeah, I was up there hiking Mauna Loa from my favorite trailhead, and maybe you caught the email I sent out. And if not, go to my site and grab the first chapter of the book and get the emails too. So yeah, what it turned out to be was like, when I came down, I took a little video of my outtake of the hike. And the one thing was like, starting at 11,000 feet, I was completely not acclimatized to that elevation, because it's been a long while since I've actually hiked uphill from that elevation. And so there's quite a bit of training ahead for me. And the one thing that I did a lot of thinking and actually sitting and just taking in the energy of being in that space and the openness and the smallness that we really are relative to the vastness of the universe. And that was really inspiring. And yeah, I wanted to share that with you and inspire you to really do the stuff that's tough but doable, and which was my outtake from that hike. Yeah, I just wanted to share that, and let's go back to the frequency audit, because I think that's really pivotal to this whole alliance that we're creating within the Ageless Warriors. And the morning, make sure that you're moving towards the goals and not towards the doom shit that's out there. Make sure that you're following your passion for your vision of who you want to become, because really that mindset manifests. And whatever the stories are that are going in your head, like I had a few of them hiking up Mauna Loa last week, was like, wow, this is tough. And my legs didn't hurt. I've got good leg strength because I do a lot of squats and some hiking, but I've got a long way to go to get back to the previous fitness that I had, well, basically 4 years ago, or it seems like a long way. And just working at that every day, or working whatever the goal is every day. And then so this Monday noon dusk appraisal of that frequency of where you're spending your time, mentally, emotionally, physically, with whom. And so it's like, I've cut out a lot of that extra stuff that used to engage me in my comfort zone. Over the last 2 years, I've been managing to cut more and more off of that. So my midday exchange is with one real human being, and that just brings that heart connection and the grounding. And then in the afternoon is just, I really want to get into the habit, and maybe you need to too, was really curating the time that you want to spend. So you curate the details of what input you're going to have. Maybe it's I'm thinking more of stuff that's out there that is of entertainment, but maybe of doom value, so that you're really cutting back on the doom news, whether it be the Trump, whatever you call it, Humpty Dumpty, and all the King's Men, etc. Whether you call it that, whether you're worried about the stock market, or whether you're worried about your cancer, or whatever it is. By the way, if it is cancer or any of that stuff, you start fasting. It's the easiest way to get through. And then at dusk, where did my attention go? Did it go towards those goals, those vision, or did it stay in with the noise? Hey, Imran, good to see you here, brother. And or did it go to the noise? And so you really want to focus on that vision. And what one little thing can I adjust for tomorrow? And whatever that is, for me, it's like I'm going to be going into doing these regular hikes starting at 11,000 feet. I was very grateful my car actually made it up there. I was like going, oh my God, I've had so many blown hoses and radiators and turbochargers and stuff like that going up there, and blocked catalysts, etc. I've had everything. And it's a stress on the car. And likewise, you know, it's a reflection of the stress that it is on the system when you're up at those elevations. So whatever that high attitude relationship, and if you haven't got it, please download the first chapter of my book. It's at benedicthoward.com/book, and go grab it. So meanwhile, you have a great week. Good to see you, Imran. This again. And yeah, what incredible posts you've been sharing with us around basically the geopolitics in the Middle East, but I know that your stuff goes further than that too. And that intelligence reports that you bring in are really key to understanding what's going on behind the mainstream news. And so thank you very much for sharing that, or doing the due diligence to cut through the chase and really hone out the issues that are really pertinent. And to the others on the Ageless Warrior Alliance, you know, treat this as an alliance. We're here to help one another out, and to, you know, really look at how to increase longevity naturally, and without all of the medical hoopla, which is basically convert that to stock exchange, you know, getting those new companies listed on the stock exchange so the founders can make their billions. And in the meantime, it's old tech that was designed maybe a century or less ago, some of it, and especially the one with like the sound therapy tool that they have now that destroys cancer. Well, that's been around 30 years. And in fact, I interviewed the inventor, Sir Peter Guy Manners, back in England, with his Cymatron. And wow, that was decades ago. And so anyway, guys, aloha from Hawaii. I'm going to get back to making the adjustments to the next chapter. Aloha.